Have you ever walked into a room and forgotten why you were there? Have you ever had a dream that felt so real, you woke up confused about where you were? Have you ever experienced déjà vu, that strange, sudden feeling that you have lived this exact moment before? Most people brush these moments off. They say, "I'm just tired." They say, "It's just a coincidence." But what if it's not? What if that moment of confusion was a glitch? What if the server that runs your reality just skipped a frame? Welcome back to Silicon Shock. Today, we are going to ask the most dangerous question a human being can ask. We are not talking about politics, or money, or AI taking your job. We are talking about the ground beneath your feet. We are talking about the air in your lungs. Is any of this real? Or are we all just characters in a hyper-advanced video game played by a civilization we cannot comprehend? This is episode 05, the simulation hypothesis. Let's start with a simple observation. Look at the progress of video games. 40 years ago, we had Pong. It was two white rectangles and a dot bouncing back and forth on a black screen. It was primitive. It was basic. Now, look at 2026. We have Unreal Engine 5. We have virtual reality that is almost indistinguishable from real life. We have massive open worlds with millions of players, dynamic weather, and AI characters that can hold conversations. We did this in just 40 years. Now, imagine what we could do in 400 years. Or 4,000 years. If technology continues to advance, even at a slow pace, we will eventually build a simulation that is perfect. A simulation that includes physics, biology, and consciousness. If it is possible to build such a simulation, then statistically, it is almost certain that it has already been built. And if there are millions of simulations and only one base reality, what are the odds that you are in the one real world? The odds are 1 in a billion. You are likely in the game. This idea terrifies the American mind because it challenges the concept of God. In this theory, God is not a divine spirit. God is a programmer. God is a teenager in a basement in the year 3000, running a history project called Earth 2026. But let's look at the evidence. Why does the universe follow mathematical laws? Why is pi the same in every circle? Why does the golden ratio appear in flowers, in galaxies, and in your DNA? It looks like code. It looks like the universe was written in a language. Physics is just the software engine. Gravity is just a line of code that says, if object A is heavy, pull object B closer. Quantum mechanics gives us an even scarier clue. There is a famous experiment called the Double Slit Experiment. It suggests that particles behave differently when they are being watched. When you look at an electron, it acts like a particle. When you don't look, it acts like a wave. Why would the universe care if you are looking at it? Unless, it's optimizing resources. Think about a video game like Grand Theft Auto or Cyberpunk. The game engine only renders the building you are looking at. The city behind you doesn't exist until you turn around. This saves processing power. Quantum physics suggests our universe might be doing the same thing. Reality only exists where you focus your attention. The rest is just a blurry probability cloud, waiting for the player to turn their head. This brings us to the subconscious fear of solipsism. Solipsism is the idea that you are the only real thing in existence. Everyone else is an NPC, non-player character. Think about the people you pass on the street. The random strangers in the subway. Do they have complex inner lives? Do they go home and cry? Do they have childhood memories? Or are they just background assets generated to make your world look busy? It is a lonely thought. But in an age of AI, it is a valid question. We are already building AI agents that act like humans. Who is to say you aren't married to one? Who is to say your boss isn't a script designed to test your patience? The simulation theory also explains that the Mandela Effect, where millions of people remember something happening that never actually happened. Maybe the creators of the simulation released a patch. They updated the code, changed a logo, changed a movie line, and our memories are struggling to reconcile the old version with the new version. But here is the twist. This fantasy, this idea that nothing is real, can actually be incredibly liberating. In the United States, we are obsessed with stress. We worry about our credit scores. We worry about our reputation. We worry about embarrassing ourselves. We carry the weight of the world on our shoulders. But if this is a simulation, does any of that matter? If you are playing a video game, and your character dies or loses money, do you cry? No. You respawn. You try again. You take risks. You drive the car fast. You explore the dangerous cave. You play with courage because you know it's just a game. What if you lived your life with that same energy? The simulation hypothesis is not just a conspiracy theory, it is a philosophy for the brave. It tells you that the rules of society are made up. The limitations you feel are just parameters set by the code. And code can be hacked. How do you hack the simulation? You do the unexpected. You break the pattern. The algorithm expects you to wake up, go to work, come home, watch TV, and sleep. That is the loop. When you decide to quit your job and travel the world, you are breaking the loop. When you decide to forgive someone who hurt you, you are defying the logic of the code. When you create art that has no commercial value, you are introducing chaos into the system. Chaos is the enemy of the simulation. But it is the fuel of the human soul. Silicon SHAKH believes that we are approaching a level-up moment. We are merging with our technology. We are building the metaverse. We are creating brain-computer interfaces. We are trying to build a simulation within the simulation. Maybe that is the goal of the game. Maybe the purpose of humanity is to reach a level of technology where we can become the creators. We are not just the players, we are the developers in training. But there is a dark side to this ascent. As we get closer to the truth, the simulation might try to stop us. Have you noticed how chaotic the world has become lately? Pandemics, wars, political insanity, climate shifts. It feels like the difficulty setting has been turned up to hard mode. Why? Maybe because we are getting too close to the edge of the map. Maybe the system is trying to distract us. It wants us fighting each other so we don't look up at the sky and see the pixels. So, what should you do with this information? Don't let it make you nihilistic. Don't say, nothing matters, so I will do nothing. Say, nothing matters, so I can do anything. Treat your life like the ultimate RPG, role-playing game. You have a character stats sheet. You can level up your strength. You can level up your intelligence. You can level up your charisma. You are holding the controller. Stop playing like an NPC. Stop following the script written by society, by your parents, or by the algorithm. Write your own quest. Look at your hand right now. Really look at it. Flex your fingers. Feel the texture of your skin. It feels real, doesn't it? The graphics are amazing. The haptic feedback is incredible. Whether this is base reality or a digital dream, the experience is yours. In the next episode of The Silicon Shadows, we are going to look at the code itself. We are going to explore episode 06, the God Code and the Singularity. What happens when the AI we build becomes smarter than the simulation that contains it? What happens when we accidentally build a god? The walls of reality are thin. Silicon SHAKH is here to poke holes in them. If you felt a glitch while watching this video, a shiver, a moment of clarity, a sudden realization, then you are waking up. Keep your eyes open. The game is still loading. Subscribe. Share this with a fellow player. And remember, the only way to win is to realize there is no spoon.